It's Brett Allen with UFC light heavyweight champ Daniel Cormier. Daniel, it's been 20 years since we've had a fight in Buffalo, a UFC fight. Have you ever been to Buffalo yourself?
I've never been. This will be my first time in Buffalo. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to be in Buffalo, be close to, Anthony and I were supposed to fight in Toronto,
Yep.
and I got hurt. And so being close to Toronto, being able to go back to Buffalo for the first time in 20 years, it's a big deal, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to go up there.
I'll tell you what, fans are going to be out of their minds. How is the groin feeling?
It's great. I tore my groin, and that was painful, man. I tried to train through it.
Yep.
I did for a couple weeks, and I don't think I did myself any favors. So now that I've actually gotten the surgery and taken some time to recover, I feel fantastic, man. I was doing leg lifts the other day, doing leg swings. I was like, man, look at me. It's like I'm a 25-year-old again, swinging my legs.
Yeah, it really can't be understated how important it is to have a leg game and to have that time to rest and recover.
Oh, it's very important. I mean, especially with the way that I fight, with the wrestling and the forward pressure and the grappling.
Yep.
I've got to be able to use all my limbs, and to not be able to do anything with my leg, that's tough. I was trying to grapple with this injury, and we were doing drills where we were taking the back, and I was actually having to lift my leg up with my arm to actually put a hook in before I could start to grapple. And so I was like, when I started having to do that, I was like, yeah, this might not be the best idea.
But you'll be ready when you come through in April. Obviously, Buffalo not too familiar to you, but your opponent definitely is. When you fought somebody in the past, do you change the way that you train because you already know what that person's going to be fighting like, or do you just stick with your regimen?
I'm changing my approach a little bit because I'm anticipating him being better. I'm anticipating him being a better version of himself. Can't reinvent the wheel. I'm going to be a wrestler boxer until I'm done fighting. He's going to be a power striker until he's done fighting. You can try to change some things and make some tweaks here and there, but you ain't going to reinvent the wheel at this stage of our careers, So
right.
I'm going to tweak a few things, but I know who I am, and that's what I'm going to be. But I do anticipate him being a better version of the guy that I fought the last time.
I saw your workout schedule. I mean, I have a hard time making it to class 2 days a week. You're in the gym almost every single day. So when you're not punching people in the face, what do you like to do? I know you said you're taking your kids to school. You got kids. What else do you like to do outside of UFC?
Outside of the stuff with my kids and my family, I play video games, NBA 2K. I'm really good at those. Madden. I read a lot. I read a lot of books. Just do stuff like that, man. I'm kind of a homebody, more than anything. I prefer to be home. And obviously, I'm not home as much as I would like to because my TV schedule's pretty intense when I'm not fighting. I just like being home.
I mentioned before, it's been 20 years since we've seen a fight. There's a good chance that a lot of people in Buffalo, haven't gotten into UFC. As big as UFC is, I mean, my circle of friends, we love it, but there's still a lot of people that still have never been just exposed to UFC. What would you tell those people that are listening right now that have never watched a UFC fight? What would you tell them to convince them to buy a ticket to your fight in April?
Oh, man, I would say, look, you want to be excited. I understand how passionate the fans are for the Bills and everything, and I know how you guys go out in droves. You want to just be on the edge of your seat for an entire night? Go to a UFC event. The energy in the arena is crazy. The way that the UFC has mastered building a fight night, it's ridiculous because you go in early, right? Say you're a person that wants to catch it all. You go in 3:45, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You get to some fights which may be some of the best fights of the night. It's just that people don't know them as well. But these fighters are world-class, great fighters. Mm-hmm. And it just starts to build. And it starts to build. And next thing you know, you're on the prelims. And it's still building. And then by the time Anthony and I walk in there, it feels like the roof is about to explode because it's built to this crescendo. It is ridiculous. Like the level of professionalism that this organization has gotten to the point that they make it just build. And the energy in the arena just continues to go. I'm telling you, since I got into the UFC, I fought in only co-main event or main event. Oh, and I fought Anderson Silva at UFC 200, but I mean, it was UFC 200, so the place was just out of control.
Right.
And it was me and Anderson Silva. I've never experienced fighting early in the night, so I just experienced it when it's at that frantic frenzy where people in there are just going crazy, you know. And also, we've actually, you know, allowed them to have a few drinks and just really start to let loose at that point. They've already had a few drinks, and by the time we walk out, you know, they're just their hair is completely down. There's no more buns for the women and crew cut haircuts for the guys. So everybody's got a mullet.
This is going to be awesome. I am so looking forward to it, man. Anytime you want to stop by and train with us, you let us know. And we're looking forward to the fight. DC, Daniel Cormier, UFC light heavyweight champion. He is going to be taking on, he's actually going to be defending his title against Anthony Rumble Johnson, April 8th. Best of luck, DC. We're looking forward to it.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it.